Well, here we are. I have a good opportunity right now. It's kind of tore down because last time we were doing a little test run, I ended up cracking the fuel cell. We're going to paint everything, mount the body panels, mount the cab. We're going to clean all the tube up. We're going to basically strip this thing down to nothing and repaint it, or not even repaint it, just paint it. But first, we're going to get power washing. All right, now that we got it all power washed up, we're going to get it in the shop and start tearing this thing down. And we're gonna clean all these tubes with Scotch-Brite. All right, now that we got it in here, we're gonna start taking all of this stuff out of the truck. We're gonna get this thing down to a bare chassis, and then potentially remove the engine and the axles so we can clean and paint everything. All right, we got all the floor panels out. Now we're just gonna fish all this wiring out. We're gonna leave the brakes connected. I don't wanna re-bleed them. Eventually I'll redo the lines back to the AN style. But once we get that panel out right there, we can then start removing the transmission and transfer case. All right, we got all the panels out. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna clean all this up a little bit, remove the winch wiring, remove the rest of the wiring, and then the fuel lines. And then we are going to start prepping to take that out. All right, so we got the whole interior torn apart. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start pulling the drivetrain. I'm gonna take everything off of the front right now. So starting with the winch, I'm going to most likely leave all of the steering stuff hooked up so that the chassis can still be moved around. Then we're going to pull the engine, the trans, and the transfer case. Well, I made a mess, but the radiator and intercooler are out. They're over there. Now I'm gonna get this winch out of here, and I'm gonna start getting the motor ready and prep to pull. All right, I got the power steering pump off, so this thing can still turn. Up next, we have to take the upper intake off, and then we have to slide the whole motor forward and lift it up and out. I'm really trying to take this off without taking off the turbo because of the oiling lines and stuff like that. But all I got is the 1-inch mount on this side that mounts to the skid plate and that intake, and we should be ready to start taking the transmission bolts out. All right, we got the engine ready to come out. I have these bolts loose. I just need to lift up the engine and pull them out. We're gonna see if we can get this motor out with the turbo on. That's the goal, at least. I think we can. Getting it back in might be a different story, but let's do it. Alright, so I got all that cleaned up. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to probably remove those. We're going to push it back in, remove those, and then we'll end up taking the front and rear axle out. So I got this ghetto contraption wrapped up in a chain. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to rotate the transmission and pull it out all in one piece because it's really heavy and I have an assistance device. So what we'll do is we'll get that rotated and pull it out and see if it works. All right, now that we got the transfer case out, we got a few more things. We're gonna take this orbital and the whole steering ram out so we can leave it complete as one system here. Then what we'll do is we're gonna try to do the same thing with the brakes. Probably not gonna happen. I'm just gonna disconnect it from the link side on each side down here because those are the back portion is going to get redone because I kind of did that in a jiffy after a few of the AN fittings failed me. So I'm going to have to rebleed them anyways and remake the brake lines, but this is giving us a really good opportunity to do that. But after we get the orbital out, we're going to go and we're going to take the coilovers off and we're going to pull the axles out. Once we pull the axles out, we're going to be able to go through them this week and figure out if anything's wrong, / reseal them, refill them with gear oil because I have a new front diff cover because these Yukon ones, they're not my favorite. They actually allow for movement, which allows for leaks, and then also allows the air locker on the inside to not get utilized because it keeps chewing through the copper line. So let's get the steering system out and the brake system out, and then we'll move on to the axles. All right, steering's completely out. Front brakes are disconnected. Now we're gonna pull the coilovers up, and we're gonna probably end up disassembling this front axle and painting all the components on it, because we never really got to cleaning or painting the front axle. But this chassis is almost completely stripped down. It's almost 90% painted. I got to do like the links and the rest of everything, but we'll get the axles out and we'll call that a day. All right, front and rear axles off. The truck is in the air. Time to start prepping the whole bottom half for paint, to include the axles and the links. We also need to touch up on some spots that I definitely missed, but it's looking pretty good right now. We just got a buttload of cleanup to do, as that comes with every rig teardown. But hopefully we'll be able to get this thing back together and looking real good real soon. Alright, we got most of it painted. The drivetrain's out. The only thing that's in is the lower links. I'm gonna pull those out. But I totally forgot that I need to mount body panels to this. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna be cleaning all these tubes already painted off. We'll save that for the next time. But thank you for watching.